So this doesn't have to do with history, but it might later. Parts of Trump's peace plan for the Ukraine and Russia war somehow leaked out. There's some things we can go over. There's also rumors that the Russian troops have hijacked about a half a dozen of the Starlink satellites, and maybe Ukraine called Elon Musk and he threw the switch. I don't know. Also, there's a rumor that Russia hired a couple of Indian hackers that overpower that, and they're still using them. I doubt that. But uh, go over the three main points of this leak plan. Whether it comes about or not, I don't know. I don't even know if it's a reliable source. The first thing would be that under this plan, the Ukraine would not join NATO for 20 years, if it joined NATO at all. I guess this is to facilitate some, comfort to Putin and his thugs that you know NATO will not just come straight on downtown Moscow. Also, there was a part of the plan is for the U.S. and NATO to continue to arm Ukraine. Now, if there's a ceasefire, this gives Ukraine an opportunity to rearm itself, newer and better weapons, address the issues of those infrastructures that go with military, like air bases, missiles, hangars, etc., maintenance sheds, fuel depots, gives them a chance to build those up. And the last point was to establish a, I'm not sure, 1,200 kilometer DMZ, demilitarized zone. Much like what we have North and South Korea. So basically, just like North and South Korea, this probably will not be a truce. The war will still be going on, just not hot. Of course, now who's going to patrol the DMZ? Well, obviously Russia on one side, that's not going to be an issue. But on the western side, under President Trump's plan, if this is his plan, it would be either NATO members or European nations or United Nations troops patrolling this DMZ, which I'm not sure if that's going to fit well with many European nations because they just don't, as close as they are to Russia, they don't want to be directly in line to fight Russians. Though that may be what it comes down to. I'm still, watching out for the Sawaki Gap. I think that will be an issue. And, they went out of their way to attack the Estonia's ambassador's apartment building. So I'm not quite sure what this is coming up to. That's a real issue. Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts in this. If this is it. For example, what's Putin going to say? Yeah, no, maybe. Well, what about the president of Ukraine, Zelensky? He may not go in for this at all. Because if all they do is hold their own territory, then the Russians are still like in four of their eastern provinces, along with the Crimea. For the president of Ukraine, it wouldn't set well with his people. But Putin may not go for it anyway because, remember, his whole object to this was Donbass, to bring the Russian-speaking people of Donbass under their control. unfortunately, what we probably can expect, if any of this is true or not, because let's face it, Putin doesn't know what he's going to be dealing with. Well, I mean, he does know Donald Trump, but he may wish to make a quick winter advance to have more territory to bargain with. You know, I don't know what's going to happen. You know, remember this. You know, you can write peace down on a piece of paper, but the weight of peace isn't going to be held up by the paper. Just got to be on guard.